Nintendo Wii and the Wii U, Nintendo DS, and the 3DS. What do these consoles have in common? Virtual console. Yup! Now we are 100% over when it comes to the virtual console era. That was a very awesome time where we got all these really cool games and we got to buy them individually. But Nintendo said, you know what, we got a new console, Nintendo Switch. Let's get rid of that thing. Let's do away with that and let's do a subscription service. Now, whether you're a fan or not a fan of this, subscription style service, it does have its ups and it does have its downs. The benefits of it is that we get to play these games and we have access to them just as long as we have an internet connection. And for the most part, it is relatively cheap compared to like how much each game would have costed you. However, the only problem with that is that you don't actually get to own those games on the Nintendo Switch. Now, Nintendo actually released all of the Pokemon games, or at least, Gen 1 and Gen 2 on the 3DS. But will we ever get those on a Nintendo Switch? Alright, before we get into that, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright guys, so we are going into year 7 when it comes to the Nintendo Switch. And wow, it has been an amazing roller coaster of a console. Like, this console has been supported so incredibly well when it comes to like Nintendo games and a little bit of third party. And we also got a taste of that, that old school taste of the virtual console, which is not virtual console anymore. It's basically subscription, like what is said in the intro. And we have gotten a slew of games. The last week's video on Friday was basically me gushing about Golden Sun. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. But yeah, it was basically me talking about these two games that were highly anticipated. They were some of the best games when it comes to the Game Boy Advanced era. Not only were they great, but they also sold well too. But now that we're thinking about games that have sold well, you would think that the Pokemon games would be in the virtual console. Yeah! And yes, I get it. Some people might have said, hey, we just got the Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance. How are we supposed to get those? They just gave that to us like last year, I believe. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. You what? And usually when it comes to Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, they like to do these things when it comes to, like for anniversaries or for big, monuments. Like when we got the ones on the 3DS, I believe it was either the 20th or the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. And that's why they decided to release a special themed 3DS, which was amazing, and I should have bought it, but I didn't, and now it's super expensive. Emotional, damn it! And they also released Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, and Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal on the 3DS eShop. You could literally buy them, and they were amazing, and I bought every single one of them, and I beat every single one of them. And now that the 3DS has basically been done away with, Nintendo basically said, hey, let's put this thing in the trash can and let's move on to what we got going on right now and to potentially Switch 2 or Switch Pro, whatever you want to call it, the NX. You would think now would be the perfect time. And when I say now, I mean, February 2024. It makes perfect sense. It's the anniversary of Pokemon, and the Nintendo Switch isn't gonna last that much longer, so we gotta get it now. It only makes sense, right? Go downstairs now. I mean, let me paint you the scenario, guys. It makes so much sense. Number one, we have both Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance emulation on the Nintendo Switch via Nintendo Switch Online. So we already have the portal. That's pretty obvious. Number two, these games are the type of games that you want to play with your friends, with your buddies, because you can catch Pokemon, you can trade, all of that good stuff. And yes, I know if you're gonna have both of them or all three games on the Switch Online, you could just do it yourself, I guess. But Pokemon is just a lot more fun if you're playing with your friends. Trust me, I've been playing this game for 20 years. I know what I'm talking about. The game is just meant to be played with buddies and with friends. It is just a lot more fun, and it's at its peak when you have that. So, you know, we have the online infrastructure. It makes sense for them to be like, hey, yo, let's throw these on here, and they can do battles and trades. We can go back to doing all that stuff. Doesn't that make sense? I think it does, and I think it'd be a huge opportunity for Pokemon Company and Nintendo to give us some actual good games on the Nintendo Switch. I know I'm probably gonna get chewed up for that one, but hey, they're bad games. Scarlet and Violet, yuck. But I digress. You know, that was just a joke. That was just my opinion. I don't want you Pokemon fans to go after me. Maybe. And number 3, we have Pokemon Home. The app that is basically underutilized, and you know, probably if we do get it in Nintendo and Pokemon fashion, let's say we get the games next month, they're gonna give us those games, and then 6 months to a year down the line, then they're gonna release the update that Pokemon Home allows you to transfer your Pokemon from these old school retro titles to the Pokemon Home, and then vice versa. They always got to do some nonsense like that, and it is the worst, and I hate it. But yeah, because of the fact that we have Pokemon Home, we have the ability to transfer our Pokemon. And there's a lot of Pokemon that are kind of sort of exclusive in a way to these games. You know, like when it comes to Pokemon Crystals, you know, Celebrate, like the event that you were able to do for that would be awesome to be able to do it on the Switch. You know, at the end of the day, I know I am wishful thinking. You know, I'm really hoping that Nintendo finally decides, well, Nintendo and Pokemon Company, that they decide to finally put these games on the Switch, because it just makes perfect sense. And you know, if they're gonna keep the subscription going with the next console, then you know, we not only do we get these games, but hey, potentially we could also get the Game Boy Advance games too, which there's like 80 of them on there. You know, we got Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, which Emerald is like the goated game. And then we have Fire Red and Leaf Green. These are all excellent games, and there is just a whole generation of people just waiting to play these absolute classics. I mean, it only just makes sense. I'm telling you right now, like, go on any emulation page, go on any of them, and you will see when it comes to Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color emulation, the Pokemon games are always going to be on top. They're the ones that are the most emulated for obvious reasons, and they're the ones that sold the most when it comes to those consoles. I can't 100% confirm, but I'm pretty sure they did. And it's because people love these games. People love these games, so you know, give us a legit way of playing them. You know what I mean? Come on, you got nothing to lose and everything to gain. I can guarantee that is a subscription pusher. Like, if you go out there and you're like, hey, we're gonna put these Pokemon games, people are gonna be like, oh, now I should get it. Now it's worth it. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always guys, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Can't believe I just fumbled that, but whatever. Okay, yeah. And it looks like we're getting real close to 2,000 subscribers, guys. This is insane. As a matter of fact, this is Wednesday's video and I'm filming this on Sunday, so I think we might have already hit it. The way that we're going, Sunday, right now, as I'm recording this, we're at like 1992 subscribers. We are 8 subscribers away. So, if we hit it, I'm going to put some horns on here. And yeah, we're going to do that raffle. We're going to do that raffle. Don't think I forgot, you know. 2,000 subscribers, $20 gift card. 3,000 subscribers in the year 2024. And I'm giving a full-fledged game away. And 30,000 subscribers, and I am giving away my Earthbound physical copy. Oh my god! Legit. Alright guys, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace! Hurry up and give us Pokemon. Seriously. And give us a classic Pokemon OLED too. An OLED edition Pokemon, but the classic ones, not this new garbage.